Good evening, parents. Thank you for your patience. We had a little bit of technical difficulties dealing with
I
the
don't
Zoom
see it.
link.
Okay.
Today, I'd like to introduce uh-oh. Kenton Pope, Anthony DaCosta, and Kathia Anastal. And we also have Kalisha George. At this time, I was turning it over to Mr. Kenton Pope.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Kabir. I'm getting ready to go ahead and share my screen. Y'all should be able to see it now. Hello, everyone. My name is Kenton Pope. I am the Academic Support Specialist with the Atlanta Virtual Academy. I'll be sharing information about our program, AVA for short. If you have any students that are currently taking any virtual courses, they are in the AVA program. AVA is a program of Atlanta Public Schools. If you would like, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of this screen. The link should also be available to you later for recording purposes if you want to capture the information that way. But I just listed here our program leadership, as well as Ms. Ayana Eccles, our counselor, as well as myself, the academic support specialist, as well as our 4 core VIS or core teachers there. This is a presentation, as you know, for King Middle School. First, I like to cover the enrollment process. So for enrollment, there's a registration form on our website. I did not list the link here because normally I have to just Google it. So if you just Google Atlanta Virtual Academy, we'll come up and you can pull us up that way. But there's a registration form. The form opens every single term. So we offer courses in the fall, the spring, and the summer. We work year round. The registration form, again, like I said, is available through our website. We also have, for part-time, the counselor will enroll the student based on the courses that you all select. So we'll go over that in a second, what the courses are. And the purpose of this presentation is to share information about the AVA program, to discuss the process for signing up. We've already talked about registration, and to help students and parents develop a plan for AVA courses. So every family uses AVA courses differently, depending on what you all are trying to accomplish. And AVA is kind of like a toolbox in that you can use it for different things. Different families use it for different things, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So let's go over AVA, a little bit of AVA 101, just so you'll know what AVA is, the Atlanta Virtual Academy is, and how things work. So AVA is 10 years old. A lot of people believe that AVA came about because of the pandemic. That's not necessarily the case. AVA's actually been around for much longer than that. AVA has a full-time program and a part-time program, and we'll talk about the differences between those in a second. We have roughly 5,000 course enrollments per term. So again, that's 5,000 for the fall, 5,000 for the spring, and 5,000 for the summer. Students in the program are enrolled at their home school or at Phoenix Academy. That's for high school only. And homeschool is just the school that your child's enrolled in. Students can work 100% virtually. Students can work anytime during the day that they want to work. Students can choose some rigorous core content courses. Again, we'll go over what those courses are a little bit later. Students can access individual support as necessary. We'll cover what the support looks like. And then high school students can earn a high school diploma. So we offer every single course that a student would need to earn a high school diploma. But students must also fulfill our APS graduation requirements. So that includes community service. So let's talk about the instructional model. So I work on the flex side of the house. There's also a direct side, but on the flex side of the house, the material is made available. It's an asynchronous model where the material is made available to students. The student is able to work independently. So what that means is that there's recorded material that the students are able to access on their own time. So whether they're working during the day or beyond the day, they can access those videos, and then they can take those quizzes, those tests, complete those assessments on their own time. So the students are able to work independent of the teacher. There's also a teacher of record behind there as well that they can interact with. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So we have two program models. That's the full-time program model. Under the full-time model, students take all of their courses online. So instead of your child going into a physical building, they can actually take all their courses online. Right now, we have about 500 students that are enrolled with us this semester as full-time students. They take all their courses online. They don't go into a building. That's available for middle and high school students. And then we also have the part-time program. That's where students take face-to-face and online courses concurrently at the same time. So what that means is, let's say that your child is enrolled at, we'll just use Jackson as an example. They have 8 classes. So during that school day, basically what will happen is a student will take, let's say for instance, instead of them going to second period, going to band, they can actually take their courses online. So that second period class, instead of that student going to a band class, they would go into a lab and work on their online class inside of a lab in the school day. Then they would, at the end of second period, they would go to just a regular third period class. That could be anything: English, math, science, social studies, whatever they're offering in the building. It's a physical face-to-face course, but they have a virtual segment built into their day. Students can take courses, part-time students can take courses either during the day or beyond the day. During the day means that they're taking the class, like I said, during second period, they're gonna go into a lab and they're gonna sit in that lab and take the class. Or beyond the day. Beyond the day means that that student is responsible for taking that class, but outside of the regular school day. So not during one of their 4 daily class periods. They're gonna be basically required to do that work at night, at home, on weekends, things like that. So that's the difference between during the day and beyond the day. Successful virtual students, let's talk about what that looks like. So let's talk about why, right? So why are students taking these courses? For various reasons. Like, we have students at certain schools who have to take certain advanced level foreign language courses. So they have to start in middle school taking those courses. And we're actually working on a new, we've had this for a while, but we're working on a new middle school acceleration program that we're rolling out. But for years, we've had schools who wanted to accelerate their middle school students to get them ready for high school. And we do offer course options for that. We'll talk about that in a second. But we have had some middle schools where they've offered foreign language because they have to get their students ready for advanced courses in high school. So for instance, some schools have IB, right? In order to get to advanced IB courses, foreign language in particular, students have to start taking those courses in middle school. We offer those virtual courses as well for students to start taking. So sometimes students just want to take advanced courses in general. So they want to take an advanced AP course in high school. They want to take an advanced IB course. I'm at Jackson, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. So sometimes students want to take advanced courses in high school. They use virtual courses in middle school to kind of prepare for that. So there's AP, IB, and dual enrollment options. Then there are certain extracurriculars. So we have some students who are professional soccer players, or they're on professional soccer teams or junior level soccer teams where they're trying to prepare for professional level. They have to clear their schedule during the day so that they can actually participate in those particular activities. So that may be an outside extracurricular activity that the student's in. Sometimes students want to access special courses. They have to clear their schedule for that. So they may want to take art, band, or orchestra at a certain particular time, but then they may have an AP chemistry course at the same time that's happening. So they want to take AP Chem, but they also want to take orchestra. And there's a conflict there. So instead of, to clear that conflict, they can take that class, that AP chemistry course beyond the day, because that orchestra class is only offered at a certain time. So that's another way that students use virtual courses. Also, too, sometimes students will use virtual courses in conjunction with the Atlanta College and Career Academy. And Ms. Anastar will talk about that a little bit later, but students will sometimes use again, virtual courses to clear their schedule to be able to participate in ACCA as well. Successful virtual students, we found that successful virtual students are focused, independent, engaged, communicate well with faculty, able to self-manage, academically capable, and have involved family members who are advocates for their educational needs. We just found that this formula kind of works. Those are the types of qualities and attributes that we found that successful virtual students possess. Now, in terms of supports, we have a multi-tier support model where students can access support in multiple ways. So one of the ways they can access support is what we call the LVLC, the live virtual learning classroom. That classroom is available, it has a teacher, it has their teacher there. The teacher of their course is there every day from 8 to 4:30. So they can access their teacher at any time through phone call, text, message through the portal, email as well. So they have multiple means of getting in touch with their teachers. There's also, like I said, phone support. So each of our instructors has a phone on their desk. They can call them that way. Or during the pandemic, everyone kind of adopted cell phones. So they also have Google Voice numbers that they can reach their teachers on. There's also messaging and email as well. I spoke about that. So in terms of staff for student support, we have full-time teachers, part-time teachers. We have a counselor on staff. There's myself, the academic support specialist. We also have adjunct teachers as well who teach after school hours are over. So the LVLC is available for full-time and part-time kids during the day, 8 to 4:30. But we also have instructors who are available after school hours as well. Those teachers are adjunct teachers. They are available all throughout the night. So depending on what time they are available, teachers have posted on their teacher page what time and date that they are available for students to be able to reach out to them. So there's always help available if a student needs support. So time commitment, let's talk about that. So time commitment for high school, we're on a semester schedule. Students can take up to 6 courses per term. This is for our full-time program, 1 hour per day per course. But in general, there are 2 types of courses. There's initial credit for any student, and then there's credit recovery for any student. This is for high school students. Initial credit courses take up to 70 to 90 hours. Students must complete all the course content. There is no ability to skip. So once a student gets to high school, there's initial credit and credit recovery. Credit recovery is where a student has taken a course before, biology, math, I don't know, algebra, any course that they've taken earlier in their career, right? They failed the course, they did not pass. They can retake that course again for credit. Credit recovery courses take 50 to 60 hours to complete. Students can skip content as they demonstrate mastery in the course. So mastery for us is 80% or higher. So if they get an 80% on a quiz, they don't have to complete that whole unit, that whole module. They can just simply go on to the next module. Time commitment for middle school. Initial credit courses only are available to middle school students. They don't have the ability to take credit recovery because they're not in high school yet. They don't need to recover the credit. Again, we're on a semester schedule. If they were a full-time student, they would have 6 courses. But generally, part-time students only generally have 1 or 2 courses. But the course commitment is still the same for that 1 course. It's going to be 1 hour per course per day. Then in terms of initial credit, again, 70 to 90 hours to complete, so 1 hour per day. Students must complete all course content with no ability to skip. And that's one of the main differences between high school and middle school. There's no credit recovery again for middle school. So course details, and I finished this way faster than I thought I would, but this is just the basic information. There's one more thing I want to show you, but course details. For course details, middle school courses, these are the actual courses that are currently available to middle school students. We have health, personal fitness, physical education, and sociology that are available. I'm going to show you a testing slide, and then after the testing slide, I'm going to show you the high school courses. They're much more extensive. So just something to keep in mind here. These are the only courses that are available to just any middle school student who wants to take them. Now, there are certain schools that have elected to have certain courses available to their students. So for instance, at Bunch, I believe they have a lot of students that are taking Algebra 1, right? Because that's a course that they wanted their students to take. At Sutton, they're taking a lot of a lot of foreign language courses because that's something that they need to kind of prepare them for IB. But they've chosen to do that virtually. So those are some extension courses that students are able to take. But generally for any general middle school student, is limited to health, personal fitness, physical education, and sociology. And generally, our middle school students start taking courses as early as the 7th grade. Now, again, these courses are available to students year round. So if they wanted to start in the fall, they could do fall, spring, summer. If they wanted to do 1 course per semester, that's available to them as well. Now, in terms of testing, so this is for full-time and part-time students. Final exams can be taken at home. Like they don't have to come in to take final exams, a regular final exam. Exams are taken at the end of the semester, which makes sense. However, if your student is taking an end of course or end of grade course, the exams must be taken at the student's home school. And that's just determined by calendar. High school was 8 courses, now it's 4. I believe middle school is still 6 courses. I could be wrong on that. I'm not a middle school expert by any stretch, but I believe there's still 6 in middle school. Students enrolled in ELC or EOG courses must take the ELC or EOG exam. If not, they will not earn credit for the course. The exam schedule is set by the district. That's why it says to be determined, because it changes every single semester. I believe this is my last slide, but I want to show you one other thing before we go. And if Mr. Kabir, if you could give me any questions or ask me any questions that are in the chat on YouTube, that would be greatly appreciated while I go ahead and switch over to my high school course list. I want to share that with everyone. Ms. Kabir, are there any questions in the chat?
No, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself for
No, sir.
I hear you, Mr. Kabir. Give me 1 second. I want to share this screen with the high school courses. All right, so here are the high school courses. Everyone should be able to see this. Just note here, this is my last share. We have math courses here. We have English language arts. This is on our website, by the way. English language arts, social science, fitness and health, foreign language. Like I said, we have all courses that students would need to graduate. We also have a list of honors courses. Here are honors courses here. We also have science courses, as well as CTAE here, as well as an array of advanced placement courses. It is also noted here which courses are 1 semester. Just FYI, I have this conversation with parents all the time. If your students are going to take courses in the summertime, I generally suggest that they only take 1 semester courses in the summer. If they're trying to take any course that requires more than 1 semester, which most of these courses do, as you can see, there are not a lot of courses that are 1 semester. If a course is multiple semesters, meaning more than 1, I would suggest that student take that course generally during the school year. They have more time. And just to give you a comparison, summer semester is only 30 days. A regular semester, fall and spring, gives students up to 124 days if you count the weekends generally. So that's just so you know, FYI. So students have 124 days to finish a course versus having 30 days to complete a course. So again, if a student's going to take a course in the summer, I would suggest a 1 semester course, not giving them a 2 semester course, because they have to cram all that work in. We don't modify courses in the summer. It's the same amount of work. It's just in a compressed amount of time. So again, 30 days versus 124 days to complete the same amount of material. I mean, that math just makes sense. All right. So I still have time left. So if there are no questions for me, Mr. Kabir, I think that's my time. I think I took 15 minutes. So are there any questions in the chat, Mr. Kabir?
I got you. Mr. Pope, I'd like to thank you for representing today. Now I'd like to turn over. No, sir.
Okay.
Now we'd like to turn it over to Ms. Anna Style over Atlanta College and Career Academy.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ms. Anastal with the Atlanta College and Career Academy, the school counselor here. I'll start off by sharing a video that our students prepared last school year, just to give you an idea of what the academy is about. Let me know if you all can hear it.
I can see it, but I can't hear it.
Thank you. Let me see.
ACCA is the new innovative APS program that supports our mission to graduate all students ready for college, career, and life. ACCA provides students with a variety of career and technical training programs aligned to in-demand careers right here in the Metro Atlanta area. Pathways offered are carpentry, HVAC and refrigeration, dental science, patient care, culinary arts, automotive technology, aviation maintenance, programming, cybersecurity, criminal investigations, emergency medical responder, graphic design, infant toddler childcare, and hospitality, tourism, and recreation. What is unique and innovative about ACCA is our accelerated curriculum, which allows students the opportunity to complete an entire pathway in one academic year. Scholars can also earn college credit while in high school, earn an industry credential aligned to in-demand Metro Atlanta careers, and engage with industry leaders and learn what it takes to be successful in their chosen career path. Ready to take control of your future? Apply today. ACCA, your pathway to college, career, and life.
Hi, I'm Tashara Wilson, Principal and CEO of the Atlanta College and Career Academy, your pathway to college, career, and life.
Awesome. So we'll go through this presentation. All right. So what is ACCA? We are a program provided by Atlanta Public Schools to help students like you all graduate with credentials aligned to high demand technical careers in Atlanta. So all of our pathways align to something that is in great need within the Metro Atlanta area. As you saw from the video, these are the pathways that we offer for this school year and the upcoming school year: carpentry, criminal investigations, cybersecurity, dental science, general automotive technology, graphic design, infant child care specialist TCC, which is a dual enrollment course. It is a technical certificate taught by an APS instructor, emergency medical responder, hospitality, tourism, and recreation, which is a focus on sports and entertainment, HVAC and refrigeration, patient care, programming with an emphasis in game design. Our new pathway that we'll be offering in the fall of 2023 is teaching as a profession. So this is catering to those students who are definitely interested in pursuing a career in the education field, but this is specifically for those rising seniors. So this wouldn't be applicable to our middle schoolers today. And we also offer early college essentials TCC for those students who want to get a leg up on their college career. They can do that as well at the Atlanta College and Career Academy. The logistics, ACCA is not a school. We are a program. So whatever school your student decides to attend for high school, they will still be part of that high school, which is Jackson. They'll still be a Jackson student, but they'll just be with us in the morning. So schools are assigned either an AM or PM session. In the morning, we have BEST, CSK, Douglas, Jackson, North Atlanta, and Midtown. In the afternoons, we serve Carver Early College, Carver STEAM, KIPP, Mays, South Atlanta, Farrell, and Washington. So your student will be with us every single day from August to May. Each session is 120 minutes, so 2 hours a day, every single day. Because we are an accelerated program, we try to fit in what normally takes 3 years for a student to complete a pathway. They'll complete that whole pathway with us in 1 year. That is why this program is a year-long commitment. And APS will provide transportation from your home school to ACCA and back from ACCA to your home school. So the logistics will look like you'll go to Jackson in the morning, get on the bus, come to ACCA, grab and go breakfast. You'll be in your preferred pathway for 2 hours. Then by 11:15, they'll take you back to your home school, which is Jackson. And then in the afternoon, you'll participate in your core classes in the afternoon. So in the AM will be considered your elective courses. In the afternoon, you'll take your graduation requirement core classes. So admission requirements. To be admitted into ACCA pathways, the student must be a rising 10th, 11th, or 12th grader. They must be on track for graduation. And according to APS policy, on track for graduation would be considered as a 10th grader. You have 6 or plus credits, 11th grade, 12 plus credits, and 12th grade, 18 plus credits. Preference is given to graduating seniors. The GPA is a 2.0 or higher. And if you have special accommodations, SST, 504, or special education, your team must meet to confirm your eligibility to participate in ACCA. And it has to be a pathway that your homeschool does not already offer. So for example, Washington offers culinary arts. So culinary arts would not be a pathway that you would be able to take at the academy. We don't want to be in competition with your homeschool. We also offer early college essentials. Those are the freshman level college courses that students would normally take when they go off to college. But for this pathway specifically, you must be a rising 11th or 12th grader on track for graduation with a HOPE GPA of 2.6 or higher, or meet the entrance requirements of Atlanta Technical College through the SAT, ACT, PSAT, or AccuPlacer test scores. This program is normally a 2-year commitment for completion, but rising seniors can complete this pathway. You'll just have 4 college credits, 4 college courses, rather than the full 8 courses if you were to take the 2 years to complete this pathway. So here's an example of early college essential courses if your student decided to participate. In the fall, they'll take English and public speaking. In the spring, American government and humanities. And if they decided to return for a second term, that second term, they'll take college algebra and psychology. And in the spring, they'll take US history and sociology. Mr. Kabir, any questions? Okay, well, I'll stick around for a few, just in case anyone else has.
No, ma'am, we don't have any questions in the chat.
Awesome. Okay.
Thank you, Ms.
You're
Anderson.
welcome.
Now I'd like to turn it over to dual enrollment, Mr. DaCosta.
All right, let me share my screen really quickly. Let's see. Of course, I'm not good at this thing. All right, so I'm gonna go over a couple of things really quickly in regards to Maynard Jackson High School. I'm one of the school counselors. I'm one of 5 that serve as a counselor, a professional school counselor at Maynard Jackson. So I will be seeing many of you next school year. Right here is your 9th grade team, parents, guardians. If you want to take a minute to take a screenshot or to take a photo of all of your 9th grade team members, from Dr. Dancer all the way down to our graduation coach, you can see all of those that will assist your students once they get to Maynard Jackson High School. I'll definitely get this over to Ms. McCullough so you can get the information as well. But further in the presentation, I'll give you information on when you will be meeting with the school counselors at Jackson as well. This is the Maynard Jackson High School counseling team. I'm Mr. DaCosta. I serve all students last name A through DAU. We have Ms. Ballum, who serves last names DAV through HEN. Mr. Clemens serves HEO through MID. Ms. Harris is all students MIE through SIL. And Dr. Azwana is the tail end of the alphabet, SIM through Z. So I'll give you a second to take a photo or a screenshot if you would like. So I'm going to give you a quick example of what your students will be walking into when it comes to high school graduation requirements. At Jackson, well, not even at Jackson, the APS, all students are required to complete 24 hours or 24 credit hours to graduate. Students will take 8 credit hours each year. So that is a total of actually 32 credit hours when it comes to their matriculation at Jackson with 24 hours is the minimum requirements. They'll take 4 English credits, 4 math credits, 4 science, 3 in social studies, 2 in foreign language, a credit and a half in PE and health. They'll take 5 credits of electives. We like for them to be 3 years to complete a pathway. And then you'll take a half a credit, or you have to complete a half a credit. Well, 75 hours of community service, which equals a half a credit. So that gives you a 24 credit hours to meet your graduation requirements. Here's a sample of just a 9th grade course of study. Students, once again, they'll take 8 courses as they come to Jackson High School. This is just an example of what a student will take. A student will come in, let's say first period, taking a 9th grade literature. They'll take a math, a biology. They'll take some version of American government, whether on level or honors. They'll take a PE elective. They'll take their health and their personal fitness. Some students do choose to take it online with Mr. Pope and Atlanta Virtual Academy. They'll also take their foreign language. They'll pick up some type of pathway. And if they need some type of reading or math support or just some additional elective, we prefer they take an AP course, but they can take an additional elective, and we have a list of electives they can choose from. Here's just an example of all the pathways that we offer. We offer graphic design, engineering and technology, audio, video, film and technology. We also digital software, JROTC, Army, chorus, band, visual arts, theater arts, dance, and orchestra. And if these pathways do not pique any interest, they can go over to ACCA and pick up some pathways over there as well. Elevate Atlanta is a course that we're offering a lot of our 9th graders. It's a new program that is coming to us. It's actually our 2nd year with the program is actually doing really well. We like to advertise this to all families. They come in as a mentoring team of 3 individuals from a college or recent graduates, and they come in and just talk all things college and career. It's a mentoring piece, and it just offers an extra layer of support for our 9th graders. So I just want to plug that program as we're going through the presentation. But now let's get into some courses, and I'll definitely get to dual enrollment, but we do offer college level courses inside of our building, which are our advanced placement and AP courses. We offer 18 AP courses at Jackson High School. Our 9th graders do come in taking AP courses. Many of them will take AP computer science or even take AP human geography. We like for all of our students to at least attempt an AP course. We suggest that everyone takes at least one, but if you get into an AP course and it's not for you, we can scale back, but we always want a student to attempt an AP course and earn some type of college credit. Each course does have a 10-point weight. So if a student earns an 80 in the class, it will report as a 90. If they earn 100, it will report as a 110. Here's just a list of the AP courses that we offer. This list is a little outdated because we do now offer AP African American Studies, which is that controversial class that you're hearing about on the news. We are one of 60 schools that offer that course in the nation. And we're also bringing an AP pre-calculus course next year as well. So this list does grow. Sometimes we take courses off, but we tend to add more courses as we go along. So these are programs that we offer. We offer International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. So that is our DP program, which is our IB DP program. And we also offer our International Baccalaureate Career-Related Program, which is our IBCP program. And on top of that, we also offer the advanced placement courses. Going through what IB is, it's another long discussion. So we'll definitely have more conversation in regards to what IB is and what that looks like. Our students go into the IB program their 11th grade year. So throughout their 9th grade year, we'll talk about IB. In their 10th grade year, we'll beef up the conversation to get them prepared for 11th and 12th grade entering into IB. Now, when it comes to dual enrollment, we partner up with 3 schools in the Metro Atlanta area. So we partner with Georgia State, Atlanta Technical College, and also Atlanta Metropolitan State College. We have MOUs with each of the schools, and we have partnerships with each of them. The program allows students to take 30 credit hours, approximately 10 classes on a college campus. We will sit down with the students like I did today with some of my 10th graders. We'll map out the process of what it's going to look like to get into the college campus. We'll talk about what courses that a student should take That's going to be paid for by the grant that allows them to go for free. Students that are eligible to go into dual enrollment must have Algebra 2 complete before they enter into the program on that college campus. They will earn college credit as well as high school credit. So they will get a high school diploma, and we will add those college courses onto that transcript. But then when they graduate, they'll also have a college transcript that they can then use and bring to the college of their choice. We do have some students that have earned some associate's degree in the past, and a lot of our students that are in dual enrollment will enter onto their college campuses sometimes as a second semester freshman or even a sophomore. How the program works, our students will come to Maynard Jackson High School, first period and second period, and a lot of them will leave third period and fourth period and go to the college campus of their choice. Right now, some of them do not provide transportation. We can get MARTA cards for them to go back and forth. But next year, we're also looking into getting a bus to transport many of our students to Atlanta Metro. But Georgia State does not provide any transportation. Right here, you're just looking at our college and career advisor. So if you have questions about dual enrollment, you can get in contact with Ms. Jordan, or you can get in contact with your counselor. But Ms. Jordan is our college advisor. She serves all students 9th grade through 11th grade. Their 12th grade year, our students will break off to another college advisor. But at any time, you can get with Ms. Kayla Jordan, or you can get with your respective counselor as well. If anyone has any questions in regards to special ed, these are our CELTs, our special ed lead teachers. We have Ms. Ellie and Ms. Downer. Please take a screenshot if you need, but they will answer any questions in regards to your case managers, accommodations, any IEPs, or any academic supports at Jackson High School. And when it comes to dual enrollment, they will be working with you in order to get your student over to the college campus and work with the school to make sure that the IEP transfers to the college as well, because they do. And they will get some accommodations at the college level. If you have any questions in regards to graduation, we have a graduation coach as well. Ms. Horton serves 9th grade and 10th grade students. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're just not sure about your academic future, or if you feel as if you're off track and need a little motivation, she'll be there to help you as well. We also have 11th and 12th grade graduation coach that you will meet. Her name is Ms. Edmonds, and you'll transfer to her your 11th and 12th grade year. So really quickly here, just a couple of things that we have at Jackson as far as athletics. We have some superior athletic teams, but here are just a few of the teams that we have at Jackson High School. We're wrapping up a couple seasons right now and entering into swimming and things of that nature. But here's a couple of sports that we offer, varsity and JV as well. Here's a list of clubs that we offer. So right now we have a host of clubs. If there's a club on here that you do not see, we're more than willing to work with students to create a club. A student came to me just recently, wanted to start a podcast club, sat down with her, came up with a plan to see what that looks like. And now we have a podcast club, but these are just a few of the extracurriculars and clubs that we offer at Jackson High School. So I just want everyone just to mark their calendars. We had a couple of 8th grade tours the beginning of this month. So Jackson hosted King Middle School, ANCS, Wesley, Kendesi, Drew, and the new school, I believe. They all came over and we did a tour in our building. Right now, we're currently meeting with our 9th graders that are currently in our building. But March 6th through 10th, we're going to go to our feeder school. So we'll be at King Middle School to do course selections with the students. We're going to bring some Jaguar ambassadors over to help the students select their classes. Once we do that, we're going to give families an opportunity to meet with the counselors as well to go over each course selection. We can do it via Zoom, and we can make sure that when you get into 9th grade or your student gets into 9th grade, they have the courses that they wanted. In April, we'll start a registration for our Summer Bridge program as well. Our Summer Bridge program is just an opportunity for our incoming 9th graders to experience a 3-day visit at Jackson High School, just to understand and to see what we expect of our high school students. You can meet staff, make friends, and meet other students. We also have a parent university as well, where parents come in and we inform them of things as well. That registration will open up in April. Parents, any parents or guardians that are on the line right now, please feel free to text MJHS27 to the number 81010, so you can be on our Remind. We will send a lot of communications out via Remind, or you can go to this link that you see on the screen right now. And lastly, we want everyone to stay informed. We actually communicate a lot. We actually over communicate at Jackson, but these are all the various ways that we communicate with our parents. Remind, our website, parent portal, Twitter, Facebook. Dr. Dancer has a Instagram. He has a Twitter page. So we over communicate, but these are just the various ways that we communicate with our families in regards to dual enrollment, in regards to ACCA, AVA. This is how we communicate to our families. So feel free to take a screenshot, or I'll be able to provide the links in the near future. And that's pretty much it on my end. So if there are no questions, I'm going to stop sharing right now, but I'll be more than happy to answer any questions if there are any questions in the room.
You have 2 questions in the chat, Yukasa.
Okay, let me see. So our students, the question was, how long do students have to drop an AP course? Typically, we tell our students in the beginning of the school year to give them, we give them like a A-day, B-day rotation. We're on an A-day, B-day. So once they do a good A-day, B-day rotation, that first week of school, you'll get a feel of what that class is going to feel like. And if you feel the need to drop it, then we'll have a conversation with the teacher first and also with the parent or guardian, and then we'll make a decision about dropping that AP course or not. What is the possibility of adding a college such as Morehouse for dual enrollment? So how dual enrollment works, you can go to any school in the state of Georgia and do dual enrollment. So if you can get into Morehouse and get into their dual enrollment program, you're more than welcome to attend that college campus and do dual enrollment. You would just have to get in contact with that school and see what their process is like. We just have a partnership with Georgia State, Atlanta Tech, and Atlanta Metro, but you can go to any school. A couple of years ago, we had a student that went to Emory. We had one student that went to Clark. I even had a student that went to Kennesaw full-time. She had a sister that lived in the area, and she was able to save on that commute, stay with her sister in Kennesaw, and she was full-time in Kennesaw. So you can go to any school. Morehouse is an opportunity and a possibility. Right now, so the question is, can 7th grade students, I guess, tour, or is it just 8th graders, right? And parents, right now it's just 8th graders. We do have our parent liaison, and she has a couple meetings or tours scheduled with some families that want to come in, but it's not really a large tour. But our parent liaison is Miss King. And you can get with Miss King and maybe come in, but it's only a few tours here and there. But we typically do not do tours with our 7th graders. It's typically our 8th graders. And I think that's it for all the questions in the chat. Yep, that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Pope, Ms. Anastar, and
Mr. Bear, hold on, we did have one more question to come in. For Mr. DaCosta, how would a virtual student participate in course selection on March 6th through 10th if they don't attend King in person?
So what I can do, that's a good question. What I'll do, I'll get with Mr. Pope and I'll get a list of those students. And when we meet with our students one-on-one, our families one-on-one, I'll just make sure we plug them into that Zoom rotation so they can get a one-on-one scheduling meeting with their counselor. And I'll make sure that they get an appointment and we'll reach out to them.
parents, I want to thank you again for your time and your patience. I hope you all gain a wealth of knowledge tonight. Once again, thank you and good night.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Good night.